All right, Madness 80, only 7 days late this time for the top 5 figures of February for the channel. These are my top 5 figures that I purchased in the month of February or received a pre-order in the month of February. Basically, it was in my hands and I opened it. Old or new, you can see this is a mix mash of all that. None of these doesn't mean some of these are all of these are on the list. It's just my temporary workstation for videos, and yeah, we do usually start with some honorable mentions. I mean, this is the second video, but I think the shield agents here, which are fantastic, come with three ethnic heads at that: Asian, Latin, and African American. And they look fantastic. Plus these helmeted heads with the red visor or the gray visor. We've seen this figure before in, I believe, the Giant Man MCU Ant-Man Giant Man figure, Build-A-Figure, Wave. So the original came with the shield helmeted head, Nick Fury head, and the guy whose name I forget. But these are fantastic figures. Most people are only able to order a pair of, excuse me, 3 pairs of shield agents, since this is a 2 pack of army builders. And yeah, fantastic. Nice to have some diversity. Although you're gonna run out. I mean, they're gonna be mostly helmeted. Excuse me. Since unless you have, you know, you pretend some of these dudes are twins, but it's whatever. It's appreciated, and you can put those heads on like suited figures and make civilians and whatnot. I might still do reviews on these since I did a couple head swaps. I have like Nick Fury Jr. and a couple other figures that I made out of that. But yeah, I had probably 6 of the original, and so it's nice to see these. My only gripe so far is they use the tiny Bucky cat feet. Crap feet. So yeah, that's my only gripe with these. Honorable mention. My second honorable mention is also a Marvel Legends figure, and it's the RINTRAH Build-A-Figure. I reviewed that on the channel. You could see the full wave review. I like this Build-A-Figure. It looks fantastic. Although his robes do not match what we've seen in the trailer, that doesn't mean he doesn't rock these in the movie at some point. Nobody knows. Nobody's seen the movie, but I'm willing to bet they went off of old or outdated concept art. And yeah, maybe we'll see a blue version of this in the future. Blue robed version of this, rather. But it's a gorgeous figure, gorgeous head sculpt, fantastic looking Minotaur. Green fur, a little weird, but hey, Marvel's gonna marvel. I mean, they brought Rocket Raccoon to life. He's believable, lovable, likable character. No doubt we'll start seeing more fantastical characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Awesome. My other one is this alt version of Vendetta. This is a different skin. Oops, just well, you know how these Jazwares figures are, where they can't hold their guns. But I found this at Walmart for clearance, which all Jazwares stuff is getting either cleared out of Walmart or is being found at Ross and is $12.99 there. But yeah, this is fantastic. I'm happy to keep filling in those gaps of skins that I don't necessarily own in action figure form. Given how slow Hasbro has been, does that mean? Yeah, I mean, when did that first wave drop? October, November, and then we got wave 2 in the eastern part of the country, it seems, in stores now at Walmart, which I haven't seen in Southern California. But it's good to go back, and if you're a big fan of these designs, which I am, go back and fill the gaps. There's still a couple figures I need. I'm looking for Cyclo, Brutus, Dark Rabbit Raider, Ghost Peely, Agent Peely. So basically the white suited version of that one in the back there. What else? A few others, I think. I think there was only one figure I passed on, which is the aerial threat figure, and I think it looked weak. But this Vendetta does come with an alternate portrait, an unmasked one. Not cool. I don't think their head sculpts of people look very good. So I'm stoked about getting this. All right. Do I have one more honorable mention? I guess you can do Wanda and Vision back there, but I'm not going to bring it forward. Check out the review on that. I think that Vision is fantastic. That is such an improved upon figure from its original release, probably 7 years ago or more. I don't know. All right, let me mentally count if I have 5 figures here that I right. No, there is one more honorable mention. Oh boy, let me think about this. All right, to you that seemed like nothing, but I actually thought and sat about it for a while. The honorable mention is going to go to, I think, the Black Knight here. Although I do prefer, I mean, to me, this is all new pieces. Maybe these legs aren't, since anytime you see that patch, it's from like a Jonesy figure or Beef Boss and all that stuff. Which most of these skins are just Jonesy with a new head. But this was a find at Ross. This is one of the most rarest skins in the Fortnite game itself. I believe he was the, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, he may have been the final unlock in the first battle pass. I don't know. I didn't play that early on. And although I'm sad I missed out on a lot of cool skins having just started in Chapter 3, I don't think I would have liked the game in its state back then. I really like where it's at now. And I like how it looks. I like how it plays with the sliding and the ARs and stuff like that. So I probably, had I dived in way back then, would have gotten bored, especially since a lot of their skins were just kind of generic, which I don't mind. But yeah, it was still finding its footing. This figure, again, for $12.99 is such a steal. This is one of the newer and final releases from the Jazwares Fortnite line. I'd like to see Hasbro take a stab at it, but I think what Jazwares has executed here is pretty good. Look at the chainmail on the arms, the armor there, classic Jonesy type of bandana around the neck, the head, the shield, the harvesting tool. Fantastic looking figure. Pretty much almost in all black, although that is kind of a silvery type of black. Black Knight, fantastic. All right, let's move on to the top 5 figures. Number 5. Another army builder from Hasbro Pulse. Man, this this came out fantastic. Finally, some scrolls. Sure, it's 90% reuse on a body we've seen before, feet we've seen before, arms we've seen before, all that stuff. Hey, but we haven't seen this head before, and it looks fantastic. I don't know what I was thinking. Plastic? Fastic? Okay. What's great about this, he comes with this classic scroll-looking weapon, kind of the Kirby era, classic-looking weaponry, plus this big old gun. Amazing. He also comes with an alternate portrait, which I'll put on now. And there we go, gritting his teeth, looking amazing. Where's the other head? Just to compare real quick. So good. I was able to get 5 of these, as I believe that was the purchase limit for these army builders. Yeah, a lot of us received our army builders. So we got the shield agents, we got our scrolls, and then the hand ninjas, which I was never really a fan of the original sculpt. Although I have a ton, I want to say maybe 6 or 7, just for mostly the Stiltman legs that they came with in that, what is it, Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse wave with Stiltman Build-A-Figure. So yeah, I bought a bunch of those for the legs. And it was nice to see them in gray. They kind of have undead eyes. I'll put a picture up right here. But I don't think they're honorable mention or top 5 of the month worthy. Cool. Let's move on. Fantastic figure. Number 4, TNTINA, right here. I made a review. I did a review. Not a lot of views, but I hope you guys go back and check it out. This is a Hasbro Fortnite figure, not included. That's a Jazwares accessory, but she is a fantastic looking figure, and I think Hasbro is really nailing it when it comes to female figures in this line. It's just, man, the sculpting detail, the paint. The articulation, it's so good, and this is so good. Not going to keep talking about this. Again, check the video out. If you're on a PC, the card should have appeared by now. If not, I'll have a little clicky thing at the end of the video. You can check out that video. Please check it out. I'm going to keep reviewing Fortnite figures on the channel. I'm kind of leaning this channel, besides Marvel Legends, more towards video game centric action figures and video game themed content. But that's not going to be, the focus of the channel. It's just right now, going through and having moved a bit, I have a lot of video game figures, and I love video games, and so do you, hopefully. Tiny Tina, number 4. Number 3, an older figure. You can probably guess what it is. This sweet Venusaur. When I purchased it about a couple weeks ago, it was still $19.99, and this goes well with the Jazwares Charizard that is out now, the Articuno, and the Rayquaza. We just got to find a sweet looking Blastoise. This is definitely worth the price of admission of $20. It is a little hefty figure. It is, look at the scale. These dudes would be taller than Ash Ketchum, so you know, a cool Ash Ketchum figure or a red figure, it's perfect. It is absolutely perfect for this figure. So he will go in, and he is in scale with other Pokemon figures. If you haven't played Pokemon Arceus on the Nintendo Switch, that's kind of what got me into buying a couple more Pokemon figures this month. Also, the Valentine's release, Target had 2 packs of Valentine Day themed Pokemon figures from Jazwares in the Valentine's Day section. That kind of got me back into it. And then I saw Pokemon Arceus, which was like an open world, real time, catch them and fight them in real time type of game. It was a different enough change for me to check that game out. It's fantastic. It is so good. I hope all the Pokemon games are like that going forward. As for this figure, again, this is one of Jazwares', I think, strongest lines, if you ask me. Got some ball joints there, ball joints here, plus, you know, articulated mouth. Amazing, dude. This is fantastic. I love it so much. Again, if you're looking for a sweet Venusaur, it's on Amazon as far as I know. All right, number 2. It is a figure we've seen before, but in black. It is the Symbiote Spider-Man from the Spider-Man Retro Wave. Still debating whether I should just do these on the channel just so they're up there and you have some content to watch and we can kind of slowly grow the channel. But I have another one on card, and we can do a whole unboxing and review of the full wave. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll try to get around to that. I've been sitting on a lot of these for a long time. This one being one of, I think, the last figure for me to get a hold of, and then I ended up with like 3. So, go figure. Fantastic figure. Is on the classic Spidey body, which was in the previous Spider-Man Retro Wave with like Daredevil and Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy, and fantastic wave. This wave being no different. A lot of Marvel Legends on this, huh? Yeah, a lot of Marvel Legends in this video, but that's going to change. Let's move on to number 1. Minimal editing here. This is kind of like off the cuff type of thing. I mean, I thought about my list, but Inkblot. I'm sure this is a figure a lot of you have come across on various channels or just in people's pictures. He is everywhere, and he was released early in the year, and this is a contender for Action Figure of the Year. No joke. It is amazing. I highly recommend checking out reviews on this figure. I'm not necessarily going to review him on my channel, but it is quality, man. So I think between Lim Toys and Filix Toys, those 2 third-party are that's it. I'm not going to bat an eye. When I see something I like from them, I'm going to jump on it because I know they're delivering quality products. Between the Leon Kennedy from, I think that one was Lim Toys, last month, and that being the figure of the month. Inkblot here, aka Rorschach from the Watchmen series. Fantastic, dude. This rivals Mezco in quality. In the stitches, and the stitching, and the feel. And look at that wired flap. Oh my god. Multiple heads. Here I'm only going to show you my favorite, Rorschach masked head. You can see removable hat. He does come with 2 other Rorschach Inkblot heads, and then he comes with an unmasked head, and it's based off of Jackie Earle Haley from the Watchmen movie, grappling hook, cleaver, multiple hands, little Watchman pin, the little smiley face that he gets from the Comedian's Crime Scene. Amazing, dude. Amazing. So, again, Lim Toys, Filix Toys, not batting an eye. I know one of them just came out with, they're working on a Heath Ledger Joker. I'm in. Sign me up. Where do I get it? Ageless Geeks, that's where I pre-ordered it. So, yeah. Another third-party figure at the top of the list. So let's see what next month brings. A lot of Marvel Legends love this month. And a couple Fortnite figures. So hopefully next month I'll be able to get the Series 2 Fortnite figures in hand. I'm not saying they'll necessarily make the top 5. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Top 5 figures. Let's bring them out again. Were you an honorable mention? I'm confused. No, you were there, right? Jeez, my brain. So confession time, it's like almost 2 a.m. Will I do this? So there we go. It's 2 figures, 3 figures. Spidey. Can we do this? Let's try it. What are we doing? You're not going to be able to balance this. Who do you think you are? What's happening? It's not even on camera. There we go. And then TNTINA. Boom, the squad. I just lost light. Did you see that? Real-time loss of light. All right, thank you for checking out the top 5 of February. Sorry for it being a little late again. We'll do better next month, or try. I'm busy, man. I'm so behind on everything. But I appreciate you tuning in, even if these figures are late to YouTube. Take care of yourselves.